A 21-year-old man linked to the murders of 6 women whose bodies were found in a building in Johannesburg, that's in the CBD, is expected to appear in court today. The Gauteng police discovered the bodies on Sunday at a panel beating shop after they were notified by a security guard at the building of a foul smell. Now, it's believed that the women were sex workers. Newzroom Afrika's Tshona is tracking that story for us, and she joins us now. Zikhona, good morning to you. It's quite a graphic story, and when I listened to your report yesterday, I couldn't help but feel, particularly for the family members of these women. What do we know about this 21-year-old?
So indeed, Goli, a very heartbreaking story. The bodies were discovered on Sunday, as you've mentioned, after a security guard at the building notified police. He was disturbed by a foul smell coming from the building, and then he went to search where the smell was coming from and discovered one body. When police arrived at the scene, they discovered a further 5 bodies at that scene. The 21-year-old was arrested on Sunday. According to the police report, their investigations revealed that he was the last seen with at least one of those victims in that murder case, and that was on the 2nd of October. Police releasing a statement late on Sunday to saying that the clothes that the victim was wearing when her body was found matched those in the description that was given to police on the day that she went missing. So that's why then we find ourselves where we are here with police arresting this 25-year-old. He is expected to make his first court appearance from about 9 o'clock, from any time from now, in fact. And yesterday, when we saw outside the building, in fact, from Sunday, sex workers protesting outside the building, calling for justice for their colleagues, many of them saying now they don't know who's next because they don't believe that this suspect could have acted alone. What we also heard yesterday, Goli, from the sex workers themselves is that they started noticing, they say, since June, they started noticing a pattern that there's a certain client who would come and pick up one of them, and particularly on a Sunday, and then their colleagues would not return. Some of them would not return. The difficulty here is that some of those people, when they went missing, they were not reported to police because, as you understand, sex work, some people do it in secrecy. They hide it from their families that they're doing sex work in Johannesburg. So only 2 of the women, when they went missing, were reported to police.
Zikhona, there's also the element, when I listened to your report yesterday, that these are mostly women from Zimbabwe that are being targeted. What do we know about that?
The motive behind this crime is not yet clear. Police are still continuing to investigate as to why these women were targeted and why these gruesome crimes were committed against them. The security guard that we spoke to outside the building yesterday described very gruesome details, particularly about the state of those women's body when they were discovered by police. So the motive is not yet clear, but we heard the sex workers saying that it seems that the suspect was targeting women from Zimbabwe. We also saw 2 family members coming outside that building yesterday, just wanting to inquire and saying that they have loved ones who went missing, and they have discovered since the people went missing that these people were sex workers. So when the story broke on Sunday, they became concerned. We had a gentleman coming out to say that his sister went missing in August, and he was told by those who worked with her that she was a sex worker. So he went there to inquire if his sister is one of those whose body was found inside that building on Sunday. So a lot of confusion, and also as the story develops, people will then now come to know that their loved ones were in that building. Police are still continuing with DNA sampling. We know at least 5 of those bodies were decomposing, or at a late stage of decomposition at the time at which the bodies were discovered. But I can tell you that outside court, people from Sweat, which is the organization that works for the rights of sex care workers, they've already started to gather here in protest for justice and for the denial of bail of this suspect who was arrested by police on Sunday.
Thank you very much for that comprehensive update live for us outside the court there.